Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Steak and Eggs. This is the end times.
This is the last episode.
It's over.
We made it. Wow, and yeah, a lot of things have happened getting up to here. I mean, we're not planning on actually stopping, but I mean, things happen.
It's kind of crazy how it's crazy how things happen the way that they did, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. It's been a couple of weeks though. I mean, it really has. Like
we haven't actually sat down in a month, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because we took 3 weeks off and then we had the
Christmas
special
thing. I forgot about the Christmas
we went
thing.
with Lack and Penta.
Oh, yeah.
How was Christmas for you guys?
It was nice. I just saw my family.
I didn't get any presents.
Yeah?
Right,
No.
really?
Well, that's
I didn't get
lovely.
anything.
Wait, 0?
I didn't get anything. Nothing at all.
Wow.
When's your birthday, Lack?
June 30th.
I'll get you June 30th. I'll get you a birthday present.
Oh, is it going to be Gwen?
Well, that would make the most sense, but now you know.
It would be the best
Well, that's all he wants.
birthday
so.
present
Is that
ever.
it?
Wait, okay, when he said Gwen, I was thinking like a Gwen, like a plushie, then I realized he meant literally Gwen.
Yeah, literally
Like the-
Gwen.
Oh,
The-
just
the
like
character.
have it mailed to the house? Well, they
Yeah.
have websites for that, you know?
Character.ai.
Wait, actually?
Oh, I mean, I
Oh,
don't know.
no, he doesn't know.
I heard about some of them. Yeah, there's a lot of character AI.
Wait, are 2D girls real and I just didn't know about it?
So here's the thing is that have you guys seen the videos that people can do of like kissing the girl of like the anime girl? You seen this?
Oh, where they plug in a picture in AI and then anime? Yeah, I've seen
And
that.
you
Wait,
can-
what is this newfound tech? You
Oh
got-
yeah, it's really good. And then there's another one. Okay, this is I apologize. This is a bit sexual,
Yeah.
but there's goggles that you can put on that change a robotic fleshlight into an anime girl's hand.
What?
And I'm telling you, man, I've seen
Are you
this.
serious?
And
Bro,
think
he pulled out his phone.
yes,
wait,
yes.
Wait, what is it called?
I don't know. I like look at my clips channel. I guarantee we uploaded it.
I gotta write this down. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Give me a
yeah.
second.
Bro.
And so this is it's
Crazy.
getting nuts. It's getting absolutely crazy. Like people are going to be Emmy. What year do you think it will be that real girls will become obsolete?
Well,
Soon.
have you seen that tweet that keeps going around where people are like, 2025 is the year that women will have more sex with robots than men, and it's 2025.
Wait,
Well,
actually?
Yes,
well,
it's
this
the
is
woman
from, like,
laying
10
on the
years ago.
iRobot guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I know exactly. It's a stupid internet thing. Of course, I know exactly what it is. Yes, and that's generally the
No,
idea.
I think that there will be a point where a lot of people are dating AI or robots,
Yeah.
but then that means that the normal people will be the only ones having offspring, which might actually be a good thing for both
Ooh.
population control and mental health.
Natural
'Cause,
selection.
A lot of mental health is genetic.
So I think that
Yeah, natural selection, exactly.
Yeah, natural
Yeah.
selection.
they're selecting themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think so. I feel like you're having huge depopulations, right? In China, you're seeing it happen in Korea. Korea's the really bad one,
Oh,
and
yeah,
Japan.
they have that thing where
Yeah.
a lot of Japanese and Korean women just refuse to date men.
The
anymore.
Korean, it's called
Wait,
the.
actually?
Well, like
So-
other Korean or Japanese men,
How-
because they just treat them
How much?
so badly.
How much do you know about this?
Very minimal.
Okay.
amount.
I've heard like things here and there. but-
So, I guess this is a response to 2B. It's called the 4B movement. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
And it's basically, it started apparently in South Korea. And it was a bunch of women. So South Korea has probably the biggest divergence of like gender, like political ideology that at least I've seen that's documented. I could be wrong about this. And so anyway, there's a massive contingency of them that are like, fuck guys. Guys are awful.
Mm.
They are just, like
They're
they don't
treating
respect
us
us.
like shit.
Yes, they're treating us like shit. They say that
Yeah.
we're, gonna be replaced by robots. And
Yeah, no,
to
I
be
saw
fair,
Actually?
yes.
Jesus.
Well,
No,
it's
you look
more
it
than
up.
that.
Yeah.
I saw on Twitter. Have you seen that stuff where all these Japanese women are talking about how men just call them meat toilets?
Oh my God.
Well, I
Like-
mean,
It's bro.
I'm just saying. No, I mean, I was just saying. Like, I don't know if that's the translation. I mean, it could be something a little bit better than that.
Jesus.
That's probably about what it
That's
is.
about yeah.
Yeah,
It
then
probably is.
There's videos. This was crazy. Someone sent it to me on stream where it was these Japanese women being interviewed, and someone was asking them like, "Would you let your boyfriend or husband see prostitutes?"
Hmm.
And in this video, well, I mean, it's like selected, of course, but they all said yes because they're like, well, at least it's like he's seeing someone he's not emotionally like attached to. Because they're just expecting to be cheated on. So they're like,
Dude.
I would rather my partner go see a prostitute than cheat on me.
You know the meme of like, well, I guess it's not a meme. You know the saying, like, the girls always go for the bad guy and they're like, the nice guys finish last.
Oh, you mean real life?
Yeah, like I feel like this is literally it happening in real time, and now it's starting to catch up to everyone.
Well, but I think like for a lot of them, they just feel like that's like all that they can get.
Well,
It's this crazy.
Okay, so the thing is with the Japanese and like that, let's be honest, we all know that like in hentai, like showing penetration with that kind of stuff is like kind of taboo, right?
Yeah, they censor it.
It's super
like blurred
censored,
out, yeah.
right? Way censored. And so in Japan, I think that a lot of them view non-penetration like sexual release, let's just say that.
Yeah.
They view that as like way lower on the tier.
Interesting.
But we're also, I think this is my opinion, is there like a Japanese podcast where like they're discussing about how many Americans really ride to school on a horse? I feel like we might be doing a little bit of that.
I was like, it could just be like us seeing this stuff that's like,
it's
so
because,
crazy.
well, yeah, it's like you're going to interview a bunch of crazy people, and there's crazy bitches in Japan, I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
And absolutely. And so you find 4 or 5 of them, and now you've got a video.
Yeah, and
that's it.
Yeah, no, I agree that it probably is
selective.
Not everyone,
yeah.
but there is a lot of stuff on Twitter and YouTube of these.
There sure is.
Called women.
Well, that's because, like,
that's
it's only the crazy takes that are going to get the likes.
Right,
That's how it always works. You're never going to see, like, the normal takes. You guys ever watch those videos of, like, how stupid people are and, like, they ask them, like, a stupid question, like, where is Alaska, like, a state in the U.S., and they say...
Where's Portugal?
No, yeah, like, stuff like that. And, it's always, like, people giving the most ridiculous answers. It's kind of like that. They're not going to post the people who are actually smart and know the answer. They're going to post everyone who's stupid.
It's more interesting.
Yeah, and everyone's going to be like, this
See,
is like the
I used to believe that. And then I played Classic WoW.
Oh.
And I realized
is this
that...
is this a segue or is this serious?
No, this is serious. This is serious. There are some people like, I don't think that we understand how profoundly stupid people are. Let me provide an example.
Okay.
So, Arby's, it was either Arby's or A&W. McDonald's came out with a quarter pounder. That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
So, Arby's came out with a third pounder. More people bought the quarter pounder because they thought 4 was bigger than 3.
Oh my God. They don't know fractions.
How do you know that?
It's well documented.
Or maybe people just like McDonald's more.
Well, I mean,
because it is better.
It is not.
Wait, you like McDonald's?
More than Arby's. I fucking love McDonald's, bro.
It's okay. I mean, the nuggets are okay.
I mean, I like McDonald's specifically for their chicken nuggets. And only
have you ever had a McDonald's?
They're not chicken nuggets.
Brown?
They're chicken McNuggets.
Ooh. Yeah, chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, the nuggets are good.
The hash browns are really good.
Hash browns.
McDonald's, honestly, the breakfast slaps a little bit. Like,
I don't know. Why do you defend McDonald's? You defend McDonald's so much.
Because I'm McDonald's.
Is that your favorite fast food place, Amy?
For like the shitty, like cheaper fast food, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let this one go. Okay, I'm gonna let this one go. McDonald's. I will say though, McDonald's is scamming people at a massive ratio. It is insane. Okay,
no, it is crazy how much they've increased their prices. That cannot correlate to the actual inflation.
So here's the most disgusting thing McDonald's has done.
Ooh, okay.
Everybody knows that a large is a 44-ounce drink, medium is a 32-ounce drink, and small is a 20 or 21-ounce drink, right? This is in America, right?
Yes.
And or at least sometimes there's an extra large, but usually large can also be 32 ounces.
Yeah.
McDonald's used to have 32-ounce drinks. And do you know what they have now?
What do they have now?
30-ounce drinks.
Ooh,
for twice the price.
Wait, what?
What?
That's right. They used to sell drinks at McDonald's for $1. I used to go up there with my mom every fucking day. And if you don't believe me, look at my old videos. The cups are all over my desk.
Damn, all right.
Every fucking day. And it was $1. And it was a 32-ounce drink. And
I remember when the drinks were $1.
Yeah. See, now you're look.
Wow.
You see, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about that, huh?
That is crazy.
That's right.
I mean, but it tastes good. No, you know what you need to do is you need to go to every country in the world that has a different McDonald's menu and eat all the different McDonald's items. Like in the Philippines, they have spaghetti.
What?
McDonald's
Really?
spaghetti.
I would do
yeah.
that.
That's
okay, to be fair,
insane.
I would absolutely
That
do
would
that.
actually be
That would be
content,
such a good
I
video
would 100%
series.
do that.
Well, oh my god, I think I told you this, but when I went to Japan at Wendy's, they had like truffle pasta and shit. And
That's so
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
burgers. Yeah.
Like when you think of fast food, you don't think of those types of items.
No,
you know?
no. Like,
yeah, but like KFC is like higher, like it's like nice food in a lot of countries. But then here KFC is
I
just
was,
like
I was about to
fast
say,
food.
yeah.
Like luxury?
Yeah, KFC
Well,
is like,
it's like going to like a nicer like I don't know how to explain. Like I went to KFC in Malaysia with my family like 10 years ago, and it was like a 2-story sit down type of
Yeah.
restaurant.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
reason why Genshin Impact did a collaboration with KFC.
Yeah, like I don't think
Yeah.
it's considered like luxury necessarily, but it's nicer.
It's the
for
good
sure.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Whereas here, I mean, they've actually improved things here with the KFCs. But like for a long time, if you used to go into a KFC lobby, there was dirt on the floor and a dead hobo in the corner every single time. It was bad, especially if there were any of them. Like there's the one, I'll just say it, right? It's the KFC off I-35 in Austin. Holy shit, what a shithole that was.
God.
Oh my God.
I'll stay away from
like,
that one.
yeah, you could not go in the bathroom. The passcode was like 9 digits long.
Jesus.
Like they didn't want anybody getting in there. I found
my
it
God.
was so bad. But to be fair, KFC is well, you know how much a bucket of chicken is now? Like a 16 or a 12-piece bucket of chicken?
$25.
That's so funny. Almost double it.
What?
Yes.
what? No.
There's no
And
way.
so yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I don't believe you.
Is that just
okay, yeah.
inflation or?
See, I didn't believe I didn't believe that either. And then so I'm gonna go over
Wait,
to
how
KFC.
many pieces? You said 24 pieces?
No, I did not. You wish I said 24. Okay, let me see. So we're gonna
What
go to
did you say?
KFC.
I
I think
don't-
you said half that.
Yes.
Whoa.
12?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but it could be 20. But like, let me see if I can find this here. So we have, and where did it go? Where's a bucket of chicken? Where's a bucket of fucking chicken?
The menu.
Oh, there's
Nuggets, sandwiches, but where's the drinks, the order,
So it's 16 pieces.
deals?
Wait, 16 pieces? Is that $47?
That's crazy. These fast food
$42.
these fast food
$42.
places are just getting like cocky. You know what I mean? Like the McDonald's
All right.
and KFC, they've
Are
been
you
around
ready?
forever.
Yeah, let me see.
So they think they can just charge whatever they want now.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, no, this is disgusting. This is actually
Okay.
criminal.
Oh, let me like at least read everything that's on this. Okay, so this is a 12-piece meal, which okay, you
And
get.
I want you to, while you're reading all of this, Emmy, I want you to keep in mind, McDonald's is worse.
Okay, Lax. So this is 12 pieces of chicken, and then you get 3 sides and 6 biscuits.
Okay.
$48.
Nah. Nah. It
So
used to be
it's
half that, right?
12-piece chicken meal.
It wasn't half that.
With
It was
sides.
less than half that. I
Yeah.
used to go. So do either of y'all remember when KFC, because like this is in like the early 2000s, where being a fat American, this was like a dream, right? It wasn't like, oh, well, it's bad. Like, no, you wanted to be fat, lazy, and stupid. It was like, that was what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so anyway, back then they had, I'm not even kidding you, a 52-ounce soda thing. And you could get a literal bucket of
Bro,
Pepsi.
there's something growing in that bottle.
Ooh, yeah, that is
Yeah,
not
it
There's
is.
look.
stuff growing in there.
How long has that
It's
been
a
there?
science experiment.
But it's just no, there's
Why does it
stuff.
look green, Asmon?
I don't know. Maybe that's my reflection. Maybe I'm green. And actually, I think it's probably yours.
Bro, it
So-
looks like sea monkeys are like little prawns or shrimps or
Here,
something.
do you want some?
No.
So anyway, basically, KFC used to have these drinks, and it was a 52-ounce drink.
That's crazy.
That's the big boy,
Yeah.
right? It could have even been 56-ounce drink. And so they even had handles on them with buckets.
I think I remember that
I
for
think
tea too.
I think I remember that too.
And I remember walking with my mom, each of us holding in one hand each of the buckets, and she had the bucket of chicken, and she would walk in and unlock the door, and we got that entire fucking thing for $20.
Damn.
And
Yeah.
now it is well, they don't even sell the buckets anymore. They got rid of them.
That's
I think it was like a bad PR thing, right? Because it's like, oh, well, because then you remember like there was that, and then do y'all remember when Super Size Me came out? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And then after everybody started to pretend like,
Super
oh
Size Me.
yeah, Yeah, we really care about getting healthy now.
Yeah.
And so that's what really changed it.
Yeah,
They got rid of
Americans
the
were like
buckets.
being shamed for being fat. Like we're the
Yeah,
fat country.
the fat shaming.
And we just kept talking about how all Americans are
Yeah.
fat. And it just like
Oh yeah, I remember after that came out at my school, people would be like, "McDonald's is disgusting." I'd be
Yeah.
like, "I don't give a fuck."
I remember
I'ma eat that
eating
shit.
McDonald's while I was watching Super Size Me in like freshman year of high school. Like I never gave a fuck about that stuff. Because like I saw, okay, the guy ate it for 30 days. Like, what if you switch in a little bit of Taco Bell here and there, right?
True.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
Mix it up a little bit.
And so, no, I mean, so anyway, yeah, but fast food, what you're saying though is absolutely true, is that I don't know what the fuck happened that KFC is the worst in America. Because over in other countries, it's amazing, apparently. Like, it's like the premier place to get chicken. And over here, it's the premier place to get an STD. It sucks. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But there's been now. But yeah, anyway, so there's a lot of, I do think that there are so many of these like dumb people. And if you go and you do interviews with random people, I think that it would take you absolutely no time whatsoever to find somebody who is totally batshit insane.
Damn. Yeah.
Like
I'd believe it.
I remember I just got in line one time at Chipotle and the guy was like in front of me and he's like, 50, he's a boomer, right?
Yeah.
And he immediately starts talking. He's like, well, they gotta stop making us wear these masks. And then I'm like, yeah, for sure, man. He's like, and we killed him, didn't you? I'm like, who? He's like, JFK. We killed him. I was there.
Really?
Yeah. And he's just going on. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, holy shit, there's 10 people in front of me in line. Oh my God. Like, I'm going to be a Republican by the time that I finish this fucking line.
How did you feel by the time you finished the line? Were you a Republican?
I had a great time talking to him. I thought he was funny.
Nice.
Right? Like, yeah, no, I feel like most of the time, like the internet does, like this is one of the things that every time that there's like internet drama, people need to realize that none of it actually matters. Nobody really cares.
They just want to hate.
Yeah. They just want
They want to hate.
It's entertainment for them.
Yep.
And in 3 days, none of it will matter.
Yep.
I've seen so many terrible dramas. Like, fuck. Dr. Disrespect is still streaming.
I forgot.
Let's just say.
Bro.
Forgot about that guy.
So
He's still pretty big too, isn't he?
No one cares.
Last I saw.
No one really cares. They just want to like.
They just want
get in
the
on
content.
the meme and the drama.
They want the
Well, I
content.
mean,
Yeah.
In his case, at least, he did do something really.
Yeah, he did something
He was
really bad.
he's a interesting individual that had done a number of things.
Yeah.
What I've called Dr. Disrespect is a serial bad decision maker. Yeah, because you remember when he said that stupid fucking mistakes?
Yeah.
He was thinking about all of the other stupid fucking mistakes that he had made before that previous
he
stupid
was.
fucking mistake. He's the guy, bro. This guy fucks up a lot.
Yep.
To at least have a term, like, because he'd been thinking about that. But anyway, it has been 2-3 weeks. Emmy, what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Well, I was playing WoW, and I lost my character like a week ago.
So you
now
died.
I've just been living life.
I mean, I made you so much water. I gave you like.
I know.
I
You
gave you
made me
gold. I
like.
gave you bags.
You made me like 40 waters.
I was like, Emmy, you got this. You hit level 40. I'm
I
so
know.
proud of you. You got your mount and everything.
and I died. Yeah, what happened was I was playing with Miz, and then we pulled,
Oh, that explains it.
No, okay, so
How many times that guy killed you already?
we pulled
7?
10 things, and like I don't even like people. Some people said like it was like totems. Some people said like it was my pet. I don't even fucking know. But so we were running, and then I feigned death, and then there were 2 red mobs. So my feigned death didn't work on them, and they killed me. Yeah.
Damn, you guys were in a pretty dangerous area if the mobs were red.
Yeah.
It was a complete mistake.
This
Everything.
is the wrong clip.
You know what's really funny about this? This is the other time that she got killed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she drowned.
Yeah. When
I've died 3 times.
what was the second time?
I was fighting the elite spider mob in Arathi. No, that's not
Oh,
Arathi.
that's right.
Where
And
was
you
it?
were running, and then I remember it was on Miz's stream, and then your character health was going down, and you were going,
I was like, oh,
and then your
wow.
character died. Yeah, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is-
Miku. Oh, Miku's
So-
there to see you die.
Yeah, she's chilling. Yeah,
oh,
so
man.
target dummy. I go down. They're hitting my pet. Apparently, I could have ran here, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, you could have.
I didn't know if like the ones running would have aggroed onto me. It's just like I just don't play enough to like know all these things.
There's a lot of things like
weird
it's
knowledge things.
Yeah. So what is the situation?
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny too because people were saying like she should have ran. Look, my whole chat's saying stay, don't move. Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the Reds come back and start
people
hitting
never.
me. Yeah.
It's always easy to criticize things like this when there it is.
Yeah, goodbye.
And look, see, you're already smiling. You were so happy. Now it's
free.
over. You're free.
No,
Yes.
it's like the off fuck smile.
Geez, guys. Ooh. Well, like, what about you, Lacari? Like, cause you lost your character to the most bullshit way, right?
Yeah, the disconnect.
Have you recovered that now?
Yeah, I'm level 60. I have
so you're all the way back at it. You're back in it.
Mage gaming. I mean, you should just level the mage. I'm to be honest. You would have never died. Like those mobs you guys died to.
I would have still died there, I think.
Nah, I'll tell you, those mobs that you guys died to there, I AoE'd them. Like 20 of them at a time.
Well, I mean, if we ran, I probably would have still died.
Yeah. But I mean, well, no, with a mage, like they could just CC so easily. Like with just like level 1 spells, just locking everything down.
New players make mistakes.
Yeah,
and that's
I mean,
just
people
the
said
way
the
it
same
is.
thing about Hunter because they're like, well, you have Feign Death. And
Feign Death is like a little finicky. Like it doesn't work all the time. With mage, you have like Ice Block, you have Blink, you have Cold Snap to Ice Block again.
And a double Frost Nova.
Yeah, and then Ice Block, it lasts like 8 seconds, so you wait for your cooldowns.
Yep.
And then you have Ice Barrier twice. So that's like, Ice Barrier is effective.
If you're getting killed as a mage, you're doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, you're doing something
you're messing up a lot.
You're doing something really wrong.
Yeah. No, I mean, so you're level 6. So is the raid gonna happen? I feel like people just keep dying.
I mean, we have I think we have 260s actually.
260s?
We have 260s, yeah. Under Tonka T's leadership, in my recruitment plan, we have like the most people online in only things that's ever been seen in the history of the guild.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we've been doing a great job. I think everything's going great. Losing Emmy was a huge blow. I think if certain people die, it could just kill the guild immediately.
You think so?
Yeah, there's certain key characters, like I'd say like MVPs, VIPs that we have to absolutely keep alive for the guild to stay alive.
Yeah.
So yeah, if those guys die, then we're cooked at this point.
That's it. It's like, it's like kind of like a streamer. Like that's the problem with like a lot of streamer events is that like it's very reliant on like whether somebody is there. Like I remember like the Rust servers, it's like when XQC would stop playing the Rust server, it was like, okay, fun's over, boys, pack it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, imagine Soda dies again or something.
Yeah, like for example, if Soda died again.
Nah, he'll re-level. He's the guild master. He'll be fine.
I don't think he can do it again though, because we're running out of time.
Yeah, time, and then he just did a subathon.
And I think that was like really like stressful on his like life because Soda, he's not the old like degen Soda Pop. He's got a cute girl now. He's like trying to settle down, live his life. He's kind of like in his like end game for like streaming. I feel so like he doesn't have time. He canceled a
New Year's something
dinner
like that,
date with like him and Vay's mom.
Yeah,
of course. Vay. Like they're gonna go to dinner. That day he died, I felt horrible about it, by the way. Even though it wasn't my fault. I felt absolutely horrible that he had to cancel his plans that day to level back to 60.
Well, that's just the way it is, right? I mean, that's just how it is. And he could die again, right? You could just have a disconnect, right? I mean, that's the thing is like, you just get bad RNG and then you're done.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's one of the reasons why like I could never get into it. I would just be so, like if that happened to me, I'd lose my fucking mind.
It's crazy. People take like hardcore WoW so seriously when you could just so easily just die to like the dumbest bullshit.
I swear that like the people that get so mad about it don't even play.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they're the ones just sitting back watching and they think they know what they're talking about, but they literally have not even made it past level 20 and they're the ones that have like the biggest opinion on like how the game should, that's not real hardcore WoW, you're like skimping or cheating or whatever.
Yeah, it's so weird because I mean it's the same as like every other game. Like in League you get this too. Like the people in chat is everyone I've seen who's actually considered good at WoW does not talk about people's deaths or like people's plays the way that these like commenters do. It's so weird.
No, yeah, it's super weird. It is absolutely weird. And
I think that the reason is that like WoW and League are probably the two worst games because any game that has like, there are not League players, there are not gamers, there are League players. Like they just play League. That's their main game. And it's the same thing with WoW. And so like the more that a game community has just like
People like that.
like mono gamers, right? It's
Mono,
like you
oh yeah, that's mono gamers.
Yeah,
you play one game and like
I
at
guess
that
a lot
point,
of MMOs have people like
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's
when
when you-
Terra was the same way.
yeah.
I completely agree with you, Asmon. I honestly,
Mhm.
so to tell you a little bit about like my history of like gaming, I played a lot of competitive games, right? I played I played Dota, One Trick Pony 2 Immortal. I played like Tekken, a lot of fighting games, Street Fighter, Guilty Gear. Like I've seen it all. Like for like pretty much my entire life, I've been playing competitive games, and I just recently started playing League. Right, got in the League. I thought League was
wait. I've been playing League for a while. When'd you start?
Like 4 years. I'd say like just getting into it.
Oh, I mean, all things considered, that is kind of
I'm like new.
I've only been playing for 4 years.
I've only been playing for like 4 years.
Crazy? But it's true. Like for League, that is kind of recent.
The game has been out for a long time.
Yeah.
When I started playing League and I got introduced to the League of Legends community, that was the worst shit I've ever seen.
Oh
right? Fast forward 4 years later, Chance forces me to play OnlyFans, so I started playing WoW, and I get into the WoW community. I have to say, the WoW community. Some of them are definitely like way worse than any League player I've ever dealt with, which is actually insane.
So, do you know the emote bat chest?
Yeah.
And like the meme about it?
Yeah.
I banned that emote in my chat because people would say something like that. But I had so many classic WoW players in my chat. It wasn't a meme. And I would read a comment like that, a bat chest comment, and it would make me mad because it would remind me of classic WoW.
Wait, really?
Yes. And I'm like, I don't want anybody memeing this. I don't want to hear any of this kind of stuff. Absolutely not. Yes, it drove me crazy. And I think classic WoW players, it's definitely one of those games that's like super solved. Everybody thinks that they know everything about the game. Everybody knows how to do it. Everybody rated Nax back in the day. It's like there's a lot of stolen valor here. And overall, like I think that a lot of times you have people that because they play the game that much, they make it like a huge part of their identity. And by people, I mean myself 10 years ago. And this is just the way it is, right? And I think that's the reason why they're so passionate about it. And like it's super weird and really annoying, but it makes sense whenever you really think about like kind of how it all fits together and like the kinds of people that get into it.
I mean, I don't care if someone's like super passionate about a game or like wants to like talk about their knowledge. I think that's fun and that's fine. It's just like seeing stuff like the pirate software stuff where it's like, okay, I mean, I don't like know enough about WoW to really like comment on it. But the way I see it is like, okay, let's say like he did like fuck up and like, I don't know, like be selfish or something. Does he really deserve like 20 massive hate threads? Like all these people dogpiling on him?
We talked about this a little bit before the show. And it's like, I think that really, I think that there's a lot of resentment. I think Redditors and like internet commenters in general, they have a huge amount of resentment and they get really mad whenever they hear somebody speak with authority and confidence on something. Because like, I think it creates like an inferiority dynamic or something like that. And I think that that's what's happened with Pirate Software is that a lot of people just don't like the way that he portrays himself in that way. They think that it's kind of like inauthentic. And so now that he did something like personally, it's like, yeah, maybe he could have played better. Maybe he could have done something else. But like, I mean, really, I think it was mainly the rogue and the druid's fault. Either way, I don't think it's mainly his fault. And the focus being entirely on him is like kind of a little bit,
like,
it's overstated.
Even if it was like, it doesn't, I mean, to me, it just seems like a big overreaction.
Well, it's because of the ego thing. And so like,
because they're like, oh, he's
got a big ego, right? And here's the thing is like, I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but like I don't get threatened by people and I don't get bothered by people with big egos because I'm just not really a very insecure person. It just doesn't really like, oh, somebody has a big ego? Okay, sure, right? It's like kind of funny. And other people though on the internet take it extremely personally and they really don't like it. And so I think that's what it's like the perfect storm because like for me, for example, a lot of people hate me for the same reasons they hate him. And the difference is that I do something bad every week. And so like,
people are used to hating on you.
Every week there's like a new, Asmongold said that, you know, we have to decide in the future, are homeless people going to become batteries or food?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before we started. I was like, oh, well, for Asmon, if someone doesn't like him, they can pull up like 20 things that he did. For pirate software, they're probably like, oh, we finally got him.
Finally
finally
got you, right?
something.
Yes.
Also, to like touch on the kind of like the pirate software thing, I do kind of feel like he kind of did it to himself in a way. He definitely doesn't deserve all of the hate that he's getting. That's just kind of how the internet is.
Yeah.
But if he didn't like portray himself as like this perfect being, and he didn't like the reason why everyone's so mad is because he refuses to take like accountability for his mistake.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you say like he didn't like really, or a lot of the blame doesn't fall on him. I would agree for like the initial like pull. I feel like mistakes fall under two categories where it's like the initial pull and then like how do we like get out of it?
How do you react to the pull?
Yeah, how do you react to the pull? So I feel like on the reaction portion, he definitely could have done a lot more to save the group. As a mage, that's like your main job. You are the king of CC. You are the king of crowd control. There were definitely like mobs that he could have like polymorphed. He could have Nova'd the dogs off of his group. Him just straight up running away like that, playing in the class that he was playing, I think that was the big thing that kind of, you know, put him in this position, especially being someone, you know, he talks like, you know, I rated Mythic. I did all these cool things. I used to work for Blizzard, yada, yada, yada. Like when you put that type of persona up and then like you're kind of talking the talk, but you're not walking the walk. And that's what killed him.
Well, that's what made people mad. I don't even think it was the fact that he roached out. I think it was that he didn't, like, I am of the mindset that I think that I don't really think he did anything wrong because they called to run. They said, run. And it's like, if somebody hears run, they're going to run. And you can
people
say,
are going to take that differently.
Like when you say something like that, you can't assume that everybody is going to have the same internal vocabulary that translates it to do a certain like order of operations. You have to assume that people are going to do that. And it's like, you know that with like raid leading or anything. And like, you have to have cohesion. And so he did that. Could he have done something to improve the chances? Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Would it have really changed things? I don't think so. There's a lot of people honestly disagree with me. People think that they would have. I don't think so, but maybe. Right?
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, that's fine. Right?
Yeah, I completely disagree. If I'm telling you right now, if I was that mage, no one dies. I promise you.
I think the boss not being rooted, I think it would have just kept beating on the tank or the healer, and somebody would have died on the way out no matter what. That's what I think.
Potentially, but like,
well, here's the thing, right? And like, so you could be right or I could be right. We don't know, right? And like, there's a good chance you could be right because like a lot of the other mages that are really good are saying what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think so, but at the end of the day, that's really not even the reason why people were mad, right? It's not even about that.
It's his reaction.
Yeah, it's the reaction, right?
That
people are mad.
Which is like, because to me, like, I really do not, like, again, people's ego or behavior or whatever, I don't know, maybe this is autism, but I just, it just doesn't even register to me as being offensive.
Yeah.
Like somebody can be very offensive or rude to me and I'm just like, okay.
I have the same thing, but I feel like I'm just like so desensitized. But
we've seen it a lot.
Yeah. Are you the same way?
I mean, it depends.
You never really seem like things get to you or bother you.
Well, you've played a lot of competitive games. Like if you played like BDO
you need
or
thick
anything,
skin to do those
like
things.
You're used to dealing with somebody. Like my dad was in the military, and so if I got a 97 on a test, he'd ask me what I missed. Like there would be like everything. There would be something wrong with it. He'd get mad at me all the time. If I fucked any little thing up, I would know about it. So like by the time that I got into WoW rating, like I didn't really have a big ego about it. And so I think playing in a group environment like that is supposed to break down that ego.
Yeah.
Right. And like that's the big issue is that when people can't be able, when they can't reverse engineer a problem and figure out like why did something happen, then you can never solve it, right? Because you don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when like I dealt with some hate recently. Luckily, it's all over. But I mean, what I learned from all of it is that like people that really just want to try super hard to hate you and try to push you away, and like they say you're annoying and obnoxious.
Yeah, they're gonna do that no matter what.
They're gonna do that no matter what, and it honestly makes me want to act more like myself. So I push those people away even more, and I don't have to deal with them. I want them. I kind of feed off of their anger and how upset they are and how annoyed they are at me. Because at the end of the day, I know the people that I'm hanging out with want me around. Like, for example, when I'm hanging out with Chance and people are like, you know, commenting this and that, like, oh man, this guy's so annoying. He's so loud. I become even louder. I become even more annoying because I don't want you around. If you don't like me, you know, I don't like you. And at the end of the day, you can go watch something else.
This is just my opinion, but I feel like with a lot of these male friends of big streamers like you, Russell, Grayson, I feel like, I mean, this is just my opinion. I feel like a lot of the people that don't like you guys and are like, oh, they're so annoying. Like,
it should be me.
Yeah, they're like, it should be me. If it were me, I'd be doing this. They're just jealous.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because it's like, sure, maybe sometimes Russell is annoying. Does that warrant hating him so much?
No. And Russell's like
a
funny.
Cool guy.
Like he's like a funny, like the annoying is kind of like a funny annoying. It's kind of like a plays into a character. But a lot of people kind of don't get that. Like there's a lot of
like these harmless, nice, funny guys that are friends with bigger streamers. I feel like a lot of people just dogpile on them.
You should have seen the McConnell threads back in the day.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
People would be so mad.
I thought everyone loved McConnell.
He would say
that makes perfect sense though, because that goes with what I was saying about Wack and Russell.
Well, that's what I was thinking of. And it was like, oh yeah, McConnell, like some of the threads and stuff that he would say and do, it would make people so angry. Like, so in Dark Souls 1, we've all played Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, the truth is that this isn't true, but I thought it was true for a long time, and a lot of the people blamed it on him, is that people said that McConnell goaded me into using a Firekeeper soul. Instead of redeeming it to make my Estus flasks better, to just use the item to give myself 5 humanity.
Okay.
And then, so it happened, and then McConnell obviously started laughing in Discord. Everybody was laughing and saying ruined, and then I'm getting mad, and then there was like 10 threads about how McConnell ruined the run.
Oh my God.
Good, another stream
so
McConnell killed.
I mean, did you keep playing, or did you like quit or something?
Oh, I just kept playing.
Like, it's just like a funny, stupid thing.
No, well, if not for them, they were mad. But like, the way that I look at it is that like all internet hate and like negativity, it's all contextualized around this is entertainment for people.
Yeah.
And I don't think that a lot of people really actually care about any of it. It's just people that are emotionally invested in the moment.
Yeah.
It's like,
I agree.
It's just like watching a TV show, really. So
they don't see it as reality.
Yeah.
They don't see us as like, I feel like some people,
you're not a person.
Actual people.
Yeah.
We're characters.
Exactly.
Like in a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they treat us as characters. Like you were to be made fun of. For example, E-Rob, laughing.
Yeah.
He's a clown. Ha ha ha,
Yeah, that's his job.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Attention Steak and Egg podcast enjoyers. Did you know we also have a Patreon? That's right, you can get even more Steak and Eggs goodness by heading over to patreon.com/steakandeggs. We've got a whole bunch of different tiers that all unlock extra bonus, super deluxe, supreme exclusive reward content, so you can go check it out to directly support our podcast. Jay, do you have anything to say to our potential Patreon members out there? Great, Jay. I think that was well said. So head on over to patreon.com/steakandeggs to support the podcast and get even more stuff.
And so speaking of characters, why was Miku on your screen?
Oh, you don't know about this.
Well, okay.
Oh, you do. Well,
I'm trying to lead a conversation.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay. Or I thought I was going to be able to tell you about it, so I was excited.
Miku's cute.
Okay, so Lacari, I guess Adam already knows about this. They added a thing to Steam earlier this week called Desktop Mate.
Oh.
Where it's a little anime girl that will sit on your screen, and then there's a default character, and then the Miku DLC, or you can mod it with other characters.
Like Mita from my side.
She just sits there and walks around. She like looks at your cursor, and I think that they're gonna add more features. But right now, you can set an alarm, like at 4 o'clock, remind me, and then at 4 o'clock there will be a beeping, and she'll jump up in front of your screen and be like, "Hello." Like alarm, and you can like drag her around the screen and stuff.
I'm adding this to my stream immediately, effective today. That's insane.
It's called Desktop Mate, Desktop Buddy. I don't remember.
How did I not know about this? That's actually crazy.
It's extremely new. What I'm planning on doing, and I guess this episode won't come out for a few days, so it's okay, is that I'm just going to go live with it active, and then never, and they can sit. They can sit on top.
Windows or on top of your taskbar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I put her at like the corner, and she was like moving between my monitors and shit too.
Wait, this is like new technology. This is the future.
That's the alarm. Yeah,
Wait till they come out of the TV.
They're gonna add more DLC probably. But
VTubers who?
They have a Miku one, and then I've seen people mod it with VTubers.
Wait, so I can have like my original character here.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my God. This is revolutionary.
This is a new level.
This is revolutionary.
I do think this is absolutely a new level.
Yeah.
I mean, it really doesn't have a lot of features, but I feel like they're going to add them.
Can we see, if you go to SteamDB, can you see how many people are actively using the desktop mate app.
I'm one of them. It's still running on my computer.
Yeah, well, I want to
Nice.
see, how many people are actively using it, because there should be a chart or something like that of people that have it downloaded and or running or something. Yeah, I'm really curious about this. Okay, yeah, go to charts. It's like one above on the left. No, go back. Oh, geez. Okay, well, it says right there, 14,672.
That's a lot of people.
14,000 simps. Look at that. Look at that. It's growing.
It's growing. Yeah, because
It's massive.
people are gonna hear about it, then just leave it on. So it'll probably keep growing over time.
Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah.
14,673 soon. I'm
That's
joining
right.
in.
Is that
The
it?
second I get it back, I'm adding that. That's crazy.
It's a really, really good idea.
Yeah,
And-
especially for my stream.
Oh yeah, people like capitalizing on loneliness is probably going to be one of the biggest industries, right? It's getting so massive, and I mean,
yeah.
really, you could say streaming already does,
Mm-hmm.
I
but
think it does.
yeah,
does.
I mean, for some people, it does, and it's gone crazy nowadays. Though, like it's like you've got these like weird character AIs. Like apparently the Shy Lily character AI has like 30 million conversations or something like
Damn.
that.
That's insane.
Yeah, people have probably talked to Shy Lily more on there than they have to her on her stream.
That's insane. Yeah.
It's nuts. It's getting to be so big. And I feel like probably in a couple of years when you have like an AI conversion of this, that's whenever like what you were saying, Emmy, with like people that are going to have interactions and like emotional relationships with AIs. That's
Yeah.
the future.
Like when you guys were in school, did they ever be like, oh, like think of a possible solution for overpopulation? I feel like this is it.
That is it. Yeah.
They did. And my solutions got them to ask me not anymore. They would never ask me any more questions.
And I'm gonna be honest, yo. If things keep evolving, a natural selection might get me. I might just be forever with a 2D like anime.
Is that
bro.
it? Yeah,
I'm
you're just gonna be
honest.
locked
I mean, as
in.
long as
Yeah.
you're happy and that's what you want to do with your life.
I will. I think I'll be extremely happy. I'm gonna be honest. It's just, it is what it is, man. Hey, I've learned at this point, you know, maybe 2D is just better.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so,
Is it
Aspen.
just that simple?
I think it's just that simple. I don't know if like all the gotcha has just rotted my brain to the
Right.
point where just like all I can see is 2D. But I mean,
There are a lot of guys because like my community, you know, a lot of people have noticed that my community has a number of people that are part of groups that feel that way. And they are feeling the exact same way that you do.
I'm glad
They
I'm not
do.
alone.
It's becoming an incredibly common perception that a lot of guys have
Yeah.
is that they are counting down the days until AI cat girls are a reality. Yeah. And I'm feeling like I think that, so if you have an emotional connection with an AI, is it cheating?
So
It's
like,
not real.
if
And
you
you're in a
have
re-
a
and
you-
you're
you
in a
have real
relationship.
partner
Yeah.
and you're also dating an AI.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
we've like talked about this before, right? I think in a lot of cases, yes, but in some cases, no. It would really depend.
It would be like emotional cheating, I feel.
Yeah.
Because like you're kind of emotionally damaging your partner if you're more invested.
yeah,
in-
I talked about. Have you ever watched or read Chobits, Lack?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so I talked about that because that's like basically what the whole story is like these people get AI androids basically that
Oh.
replace real humans. And one of the stories in it is this wife and husband. And then the husband gets one of the robots to like help him with stuff, but he ends up
Oh.
falling in love with the robot. And then one day the wife is coming home from work and he put the chain on the door because he forgot she was coming home because he was spending time with the robot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That could happen.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a reality. Yeah, I mean, I feel at that point, like that is actually emotional cheating because you are neglecting your partner for, you know, AI in a way. Like
well, that's what's going to happen.
No, yeah, it's going to happen 100%.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely, well, because the
Both
thing
ways,
is,
I think.
you know what I think is going to be even more interesting about this is I actually think that it will become taboo to make fun of it. I do.
Ooh.
And so here's the reason why. It's because right now there's a big issue. It's like you're not allowed in general. It's not, well, you are allowed, but it's frowned upon to make fun of people with disabilities or like other types of
Sure.
inadequacies,
Oh, then
right?
people say like, oh, well, I have these social problems, so.
Yeah, and it's like, I need this AI girlfriend or I'll be forever alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that, so there's going to be an entire social culture around it. And I think it will be accepted socially because it will be seen as punching down by making fun of people that have AI girlfriends. It'll be seen as like a form of ableism.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it sounds stupid, but I think
No,
it's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
dude, there are certain words
Yeah.
that have become like certain words. I'm not gonna say what words we used to use a lot back in the day.
Sure did.
We cannot use them anymore. And
Oh.
I would have never imagined, just rewind 20 years ago
Yeah.
when, young Lacari's on the internet playing StarCraft Brood War custom maps, that we would not be allowed to say some things that we, were saying back then. It's just like different reality.
I don't know if the reality is that different after all. Because I went over to like a basketball court a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They still love those words. They do.
Think it's just the internet?
Yeah. Well, it's a curated part of the internet that's done so by influencers in order to make themselves more appealing to brands.
Yeah.
And so like what you're seeing is something that's astroturfed, because if I joined Call of Duty lobbies and I asked people what they think about, what do you think about Obama? Okay. What do you think about Trump? Okay. All right. I just ask them and they've got some crazy fucking opinions. I
Yeah.
don't think things have changed as much as people imagine they have. But yeah, and I bet I think now kids are probably more racist.
Oh, really?
I've seen a
That's-
lot of that. Yeah.
That's kinda
yeah,
scary.
of course. Because like now they have the cheat codes, right? Because back in the day, there wasn't really a lot of like, you didn't really have 4chan to like figure out like all these like
True.
weird memes and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like this, all these stereotypes. Like maybe you had one racist uncle or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. That's it. But now, or like, oh, you don't like gay people? Okay, well, like there's this one word. Now you have an entire database.
That is true.
You've got the whole database. People are going crazy with this stuff now. And so kids are getting on the internet, getting radicalized and like becoming super, super based at like 13 years old.
That's literally
Yeah.
terrifying.
Like, who do you think's watching people like Andrew Tate? Think about it,
yeah.
right? Yeah. It's kids. Like, I remember, did you see the clip of Sneeko meeting some of his fans?
No.
And they're like, we hate women. We hate
Oh,
women.
no,
It's like,
I
oh my
have seen
God.
that.
He's like, no, we don't. We love women. He's like, wait, what? Wait, no, but they're dumb though, right? We hate them, but they're dumb. He's like, no, they're not dumb. He's just going on about it. It is so fucking funny. I think that's what the that's what the internet's done for a lot of
Do
younger
you think
people.
content creators have ruined like the internet in general? Like, you think
Absolutely.
like streamers and like YouTubers and just like content creation in general
Absolutely.
has just like completely ruined everything?
Yes, absolutely.
So we are the problem.
Yes.
Damn.
And the reason why is because now there's so much of so basically the internet used to be an alternate identity.
Yeah.
And now it's an extension of your
That
identity.
is true. That is very
And
true.
so like you don't have the opportunity, like back on the internet, you could actually be Pussy Slayer 69.
I
And
was
that-
Pussy Slayer 69.
there
I
it is,
remember.
right? And that's who you could be. You could be this guy the whole time and nobody would know who you were.
Yep.
But now everything's so interconnected. People have their internet presences. There's all these like ways that you can find out where people live and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what their
I'm sure.
name is, all like a lot of weird stuff. But there's also like people that just want to have social media presence in general.
Exactly.
And so now you have people like, and I think that the real turning point, when do you think the internet became normie?
When it became normie.
Yeah. Like when did the internet become ruined by normal people?
I think it's when 4chan became popular. Like when
Okay.
when 4chan got popularized,
Mhm.
like all the normies started like flooding into the internet.
Like
I
what
feel
year?
like
They
it's
want
like
to see
when
it for
like
themselves.
Facebook and other social media, like everyone started having one.
Facebook, that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
But I mean, they were still like kind of stuck in their own like space of the internet. I feel like 4chan really like when people started figuring out about it, it like kind of like expanded them into like the full part
Well,
of the
it's probably not that specifically, just like people being able to like anonymously converge and share ideas.
Yeah,
So then I guess people are just the problem.
people are the problem.
The
All
real
comes back to
problem?
us.
Yeah. The real problem, Harambe.
Harambe?
That was the turning point.
You think
I
Harambe?
I think so.
Hmm.
That was the point. That was the first big internet meme that everybody was in on, that was on the internet. Like you had other ones before then, like the Numa Numa Man or the
Yeah.
Harlem Shake. And you had like the fucking, what was that Psy song?
Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was popular as an internet thing. But Harambe just got everybody. And everybody was making the same memes. And the problem is that the meme was just simply so overdone.
Yeah.
And there was no thinking to it, right? It's like back in the old 4chan threads, people would post a meme template and then everybody would post like their variation of it. Like these are my favorite threads. And now you never have that. Every meme is Marco Polo. You say one thing, somebody else says the other thing, right? That's it. And I feel like that's a huge, huge difference versus like now where it's like,
yeah, there's not as much creativity.
Nobody is creative.
People don't like thinking. I'm going to be honest.
They don't like thinking.
They like everyone loves their Google. They love looking at everything.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, I'm sounding old again, but we had to figure it out ourselves. But now, you know, everyone, all the content creators, they've already figured it out for you. And that's how they make their hundreds of thousands of view videos.
Well, you're seeing this now with kids that actually like, so everybody always assumed that kids growing up with computers would be really good with computers.
Yeah.
But what they didn't account for is the fact that computers would be really good.
Yeah.
And so now you have these really, really good computers. And like if a 5-year-old can use an iPhone, it's not the 5-year-old that's smart. It's the guy that made the iPhone.
Yeah, the guy who made the ass.
Yeah,
ass, but I didn't even think about that.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And so these machines are so good now that you don't need to problem solve. Like if you had an issue with your computer back in the day, what did you do? Well, you had to go to some random Tom's Hardware post from 2009.
Yep.
And it's like some guy had this issue, you know, like 8 years ago. And it's like, oh, okay, here's how to fix it, right?
Yeah.
And so like you had to figure this stuff out yourself. But now kids don't have to do that. And so they never learn technology. And I think that we are seeing a reduction in people being able to understand tech.
Damn.
So like you're losing the people, like obviously the boomers that, you know, they try to print out, you know, a picture on their monitor. Like, okay, yeah, they don't know shit. But then you've also got the young people that don't even know how to connect a printer in the first place. It's bad.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of me? True?
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You don't have to be thinking about this shit anymore. Like the machines just do it all for you. And then soon, like people, like I really feel like soon people aren't going to understand shit about computers anymore. Like
the computer will just understand itself.
Well, in 10 years, right? It's like this is so, what's the word for it? Like it's so like formulaic, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a cliche, but like in Idiocracy, they have all of the machines, but nobody knows how to use the machines. And I think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, even for me, it's like if I couldn't go to YouTube or like forums, if I had a problem, I probably wouldn't know how to fix.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like it's helped in a lot of ways, like especially for like the more advanced technical.
What I'm saying
problems.
is they can't do that. Like, of course,
they don't even have the thing to like. Oh, I'm gonna go figure out how to do this.
Of course, right? Because you're like, how could you figure it out, right? I mean, you're not a computer scientist, especially, you know, you're like 13 years old.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, well, is the computer not working? I tap the side of it. Okay, it's still not working. Okay, tap the top.
Is it plugged in?
It's broken. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But now they can't even look it up. They like, because there is a troubleshooting process, like what you're saying. And people do not even follow the troubleshooting process anymore. They don't understand it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Because they don't have to.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And I feel like people do not have to think about almost anything nowadays. Like you don't have to learn math. You've got calculators.
Yeah, calculators.
Yeah, there's nothing. You don't have to spell. Like oh man.
That's right, autocorrect. You don't have to spell anymore.
You do not have to spell.
Bro, have you seen those? I get recommended these accounts on Twitter
Yeah.
that are, I think it's mostly kids because it's mostly TikTok comments. It's like, what is it called? It's like AAVE struggle posts. Like it's like all these like kids who aren't even like black, like trying to talk like they're black, but the spelling is just like so fucking bad. You can't figure out what the fuck they're trying to say.
I've never seen that.
Oh yeah. No, it's so bad. Like you'll see people that will like, they'll put numbers into letters. It's like, how do you spell 2? And it's like the number 2 and then an O. Oh God. This isn't very good, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really scary.
I think it has to be a couple months since we talked about it.
Yeah.
But I remember reading this giant post of all these different teachers talking about how they're maybe like freshmen or sophomore and high school teachers, and then all their kids read it like a 4th grade level. They don't know what the fuck to do.
How did it get so bad?
Well, to be fair, my school was really ahead of the curve.
Okay.
Because we had that happen when I was in school.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had people in my school, they were...
I thought you meant ahead of the curve, like...
Yeah, I thought you guys were like smarter, but
Yeah.
you meant ahead as in you were already behind.
super behind.
Oh,
like,
God. Okay.
Super, like, This is how stupid our fucking school was.
Okay.
We had an honor, like the honor roll t-shirt. They spelled the name of the school wrong on the shirt for honor roll.
Oh no.
Like I'm telling you, like these people are fucking dumb. Like the mascot that we had was hard to spell. So people just abbreviated it to like a 3-letter thing so they could just say that instead because people kept misspelling it. It was so like there were so many of those examples of like things were just they were like I went into the like because there was like they had a bunch of like remedial rooms and like I didn't realize how many of them there were until I did like so like I would repair like teachers' computers in school. Like I was like the first half of my day, I would just do tech support for like my school, and it was great. By the way, I love this.
You're always
like,
pretty good at computers.
Well, I mean, you know, I always was really. Now I don't know shit.
Oh no, like, the internet's gotten to you too.
Yes. Well, I'm like, okay. Well, I've got to put this card in. Okay. Well, shit.
I mean, it's the same thing where it's like you don't need to know, but at least you know where to go look for how to do it.
I could figure it out, but I don't.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, exactly.
It's like the library back in the day. Like, you know, back in the day, if people wanted to figure anything out, they'd have to go to the library,
get the little card,
find a book, and then sit down and look in the fucking book.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's like fucking Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. You know, trying to figure out if Isildur's ring is in the Shire. Oh, where is it? Where's the ancient text? You know, the librarian, can you bring me the book that's like, you know, fucking 500 years old? It was written by Christopher Columbus. I need to figure out on whether, you know, where did they land in the new world? It's crazy. Yeah, and now it's like everything's on the internet. Everything's on, you don't have to think about any of that at all.
No thinking required.
No thinking required. And like, I feel like that's what's happened with a lot of people is that and it's the case with everything. It's like politics, video games, computers. Like, have you ever played a video game where it's like you're halfway through the game.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's obviously a bridge you have to go through.
Yeah.
It's like you have a companion with you. Whoa, there's a bridge over there. And then there's an icon that says bridge. And then there's a little thing that says cross the bridge. And then the character says, hey, have you noticed that there's a bridge? And then if you step too far away, it says, it turns your camera around.
Yeah, it turns you back to the bridge.
It says, hey, fucking idiot.
The bridge glows yellow and flashes.
Yes, and it's a yellow bridge. Exactly.
It's like a sound ding.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah. It's like, well, and gotcha games are the worst ones for these, right? Because they're made for mentally ill middle school girls. And like I've seen like the puzzles, like, and you've got to admit, you've played a lot of these gotcha games.
Yeah.
Emmy, you've played them too. Are any of these puzzles even slightly hard to figure out?
Absolutely not.
No, you remember the Genshin one with the shapes? I swear to God, I would just press the button 3 times.
Was that a Genshin one, or was it a Honkai Star Rail one?
There was a Genshin. I don't know if it was with shapes. There was one where like you rotate stuff, or maybe it was Honkai.
I think it was Honkai.
But I remember like I would just like do random shit and it would solve itself.
Yeah, no, you could just, it's literally made you just press it and then it just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
to the thing.
It's
But, like,
supposed to make you feel like
oh,
you're
this
smart.
looks like a puzzle. Like you have to think about it. Then it's like,
It's actually made for like kids that like feel like they're smart. Essentially, like, good job, buddy. You did it. Now give me $100.
Yeah, now go back to go to the store again.
Yes.
Yeah, go spend another $100.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose this waifu, do you?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so like that's the level of complexity that these games have now. And like, so because I remember I would go back and I played some older games recently. I played like Dragon's Dogma 1, for example.
Ooh, Dragon's Dogma. That's a really good one.
Crazy good game. I beat
really
the
good
fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
Like I got everything leveled up. I have the best gear, everything. And like one of the really interesting things is that you would get a quest and it would just say, well, it's over here. Go over there.
Figure it out.
And it's like, well, where's over here? It's like what we said where it is. Didn't you listen to the quest? Well,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but before we run out of time, we have to talk about the Elon Musk POE.
Let's do it.
Stuff.
I mean, we're talking about games.
Yeah,
so
games, and then not knowing what you're doing.
Okay. First off, explain what you know about it.
Okay, so I know so I watched half of Quinn's video, and then I've seen the Twitter posts. So what I know is that Elon has one of the highest ranked hardcore characters in the whole game. Like, he's on the leaderboard, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And he did a stream where he was playing on this character, and he was doing endgame content, and he basically didn't know what he was doing or recognize a lot of the like key items.
Yeah.
So people were like, "Huh, this seems a little bit
Odd,
strange." Yeah, and also, I mean, he seems like he's probably obviously a busy guy, but this character has so much playtime on it. It's just like kind of confusing.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Nothing adds up.
Yeah.
What do you call the end game system in PoE 2?
I don't know. I didn't get there.
Okay, bad example. He was calling them maps, but he never played PoE 1.
Huh.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And so, like, because he had a tab that said Elon's maps.
Wait, why is that significant?
Because maps were changed from the word
Oh,
map
so it sounds like a
to Waystone.
PoE 1 player
And so,
probably did
exactly.
it.
Because if you
Mm.
didn't know, it's like, for example, calling, like, let's say Elden Ring is your first Souls-like
yeah,
game.
and you call them souls instead of
Yeah.
Runes.
yeah,
Yep.
instead of runes.
You got it, right? Or
Yeah.
Blood Echoes, if it's Bloodborne, right?
Yeah.
And so, yes, and so that's another difference. Then also, like, I think that the funniest thing about this could possibly, like, the funniest outcome that could possibly occur would be the fact that Elon Musk actually did level the character and it was all real. And the truth is that he was actually just doing no work at his companies instead. That would be really
That would
fucking,
be a fever dream for
that
sure.
would be crazy.
That would be
No, that'd be
awesome.
actually insane.
No, I saw someone bring this up. I completely forgot about this. It was like everyone already knew Elon was a fraud when he posted his Elden Ring build.
Mhm.
Did you
Oh,
see
yeah.
that shit?
Oh yeah, I did.
Bro was fat rolling for
Yeah. I mean,
like crazy.
it's just
Well, don't talk shit about that. That's why I did too.
so the thing is like it's
Well, you know what's
interesting.
really funny is like my character was fat rolling. How many attempts did it take me to kill the last boss in the DLC?
I don't fucking know.
Well, we've got fingers, right? I mean,
So
6. And so, like, how many?
Damn, you
how
beat
many-
it in 6?
yeah.
Not bad.
And so, how many hands would you need to count how many times it took you?
like 30.
30?
Yeah.
That's not true. It's way more. Think about it.
Like
Yeah. Okay. Now, so that's right. Okay. So fat rolling's not that bad of an idea, guys. Okay. But anyway, the Elon Musk build, to be fair, sucked dick. Literal dog shit.
Yeah.
And now he has this other build in PoE that is just absolutely like he's got the best weapon in the game, basically,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he is just cooking.
what's his weapon?
So it's a quarterstaff. It's for monks, and it had critical strike damage, critical strike chance, attack speed, physical damage increased by I think it was 177%,
Oh wow.
added physical strike damage, and then the last one I don't remember.
But you know what's funny? When Elon looks at his gear, he was saying, "Oh, this gear's not that good because it's like a
It's
third
only level 53.
Yeah. But what he doesn't realize is that's like the best gear in the game because he has D4 brain. So
Yeah,
he's like,
the level is
oh, level matters for like your strength, but like that's not how PoE 2 works, which is hilarious.
That's not how D4 works either. That's the funny thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is, right?
Yeah.
It kind of is. But what I find to be funny is that I think that unequivocally, if Elon can prove that he played that character to 97, I will stream on Twitter for a year. I will multi-stream on Twitter for a year.
Okay.
Yep. Because he did not do that shit.
100%.
Everybody knows it. Everybody fucking knows it. And so there's that. And here's what's really funny. I think he did the exact same thing with Diablo 4. I think he had somebody play his account for Diablo 4. And
you have a good account with
I mean,
Diablo
absolutely, he has
4
a
too?
track
he had
record
the
at this
best
point.
account for Diablo 4.
Yeah.
Basically,
Oh.
he was the top account. And
I didn't know that.
and he played the account. And Diablo 4 is such a dog shit, piss easy game. No
D4
one
bad.
even noticed.
Yep. D4
No
bad.
one even noticed that he didn't know how to play the game because the difference was that small. It was such a joke game.
I'm guessing that's why he went in so confident for like PoE 2. It's
Yeah.
just interesting, like someone so smart, like, I don't know, like, how could he just get caught off guard? Like, I feel like this is like kind of bad for his reputation because people were already calling him a fraud about other things.
Oh, yeah.
And then now he has this, and it's something so stupid, but it's not because of like everything he's known for, you know, before this. So now I feel like he's jeopardized his entire reputation over this PoE 2 incident.
Yeah, because I feel like he kind of tries to appeal to like that kind of like gamer Redditor
He
kind of audience.
absolutely does.
Yeah.
So then those people are gonna remember this forever.
Oh,
Bring
yeah,
it
he's
up all
never
the
gonna live
time.
down.
The gaming community demands an apology.
Oh, yeah.
We demand an apology. This
Oh,
was
no.
This was stolen valor.
Mm-hmm.
It was stolen valor. You did not level. It would be completely endearing if you were still on the campaign, just like Emmy is.
Yep.
Just barely struggling along, but having fun.
Yep, my build fell off, so I
Yep.
was like, well.
The only way he could redeem himself is by, streaming his entire gameplay from level 1.
Yeah,
all the way
I
to
think he has to
90.
do that. I think he has to do that.
Yep.
That seems like the best idea because that's the most content for me.
Yep.
That would be the
Same.
best outcome. But yeah, no, Elon, I think it is incredibly fucking cringe. Like, I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I am. I really like Elon Musk. But the fact is, this is fucking embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. No.
So fucking embarrassing. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? It's so dumb. I can't believe it. How do you do something so silly and think nobody would notice?
Asmon, I honestly respect that. I respect that like you like him so much, but when he messes up, you have to give him shit.
I mean,
it's probably what you guys were saying about Diablo. He got away with it with Diablo.
Yeah.
Like maybe with
The game was a
Diablo,
joke.
he did play like a lot by himself, and then he had like a booster help. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because he's a busy guy.
Mhm.
And then he was like, oh, well, I'm rank 1 with some help. And like people are like being like, wow, this is amazing. So he just did it with PoE, but even lazier. I don't know.
I think that it would have been so funny. Like, I think if he wants to do a true apology,
Yeah.
we need an entire, like, PoE is nice. I want an entire Elden Ring playthrough.
Ooh, that'd
I
be good.
want, yeah, and including the DLC. And you have to kill
Ooh.
Melania, and you can't look anything up. I want to see that. That would be fucking content.
Oh, see how smart he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not even, I mean, in a way, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it's also just because it'd be funny to watch.
It would be
good
hilarious to
content.
watch as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
big
would love
content.
watching that.
Well, people were mad at me, actually. So for a long time, you guys know, like, the idea of like reacting to stuff has been like bad. Like reacts are bad. React streamers bad.
Oh, because
reacting
lazy
is
content? That's
Lazy,
what they
lazy.
say? Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of
and
people-
stealing.
Yeah.
So Quinn uploaded a video about Elon Musk, and it was on the day that we went to the anime convention.
Oh, okay.
And then the day after that, I ended up just not watching it because I wanted to play Marvel Rivals, which thank God I did.
Marvel
That way I
Rivals
could
really
get down ranked from bronze 2 to 3. And so,
Damn.
yeah, thank God. And Rage quit the stream, obviously, had to lay down for an hour afterwards, obviously. And anyway, so all this happens. And then I didn't watch it that day. And so everybody had invented this conspiracy that Elon had contacted me and he didn't want me to talk about the issue, or that I wasn't talking about it in order to like make him look good.
Mm.
This is the dumbest 24 hours of my life. So funny for me to read these comments. People writing out all this fan fiction about how like I'm planning on doing all this stuff, and it's like this is the real reason I'm not reacting to it. But like I did watch it, and I'm just so glad now that my reacts are people. It's like they're a public service now. Instead of it being like a bad thing, they're like people are looking for the seal of approval.
Yeah.
Of the Asmongold react.
Yep.
I'm so happy about it.
Yep.
Well, I don't think you guys like
Silly.
what?
That's silly.
Well, it's just how it is.
Asmon set the standard.
Like, no, well, the thing is that
Well, they're saying like if he didn't react to it, there must be some like nefarious.
there's a
reason.
nefarious political reason why I
Interesting.
didn't react to it.
Yes.
It's like what we were saying before. Like, you are a character in a show.
That is true.
Yeah, and it is annoying. Sometimes it's bad. You don't like the plot. The plot might not be so good, but that's just life. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, some of that stuff, I feel like reacting has kind of fallen off. Like, I don't see you reacting hardly at all.
I do react, but my reacts are more like it's more like just watching stuff with chat. Like it's not really like me adding any input or anything. It's like,
Yeah.
oh guys, there's this video that I wanted to watch, or like this new League thing came out. I want to watch it with y'all, and like that's it.
There was an example of that, actually. So Emmy and Bonnie watched my steak, my $2 steak video.
Okay.
Mhm.
And it was probably the worst reaction I've ever seen in my entire life.
Wait, what was the
It
reaction?
was. They were sitting and talking, and then like halfway through, they start talking about something totally unrelated to the video.
Yeah, we
And
were paying. Wait,
You're
was that
not
on-
paying attention at all. At all.
I think that was on her channel. I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Well, either way, somebody linked it to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this. And I was actually balding. I was so mad. I was like, they're not even talking about my steak.
Well, that was the point. We were just hanging out, and someone was like, "Oh, watch this." We're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
sure."
girls will
Yeah.
be girls, you know? That's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, I guess so. I was just so
That's hilarious.
very annoyed. But yeah, obviously there's so many things that have gone on. It's crazy because we made a list and we only got through like probably half of it.
Yeah, well, there's
There are
always
so
There's
many
just so
things.
much stuff. I mean, we could save some of these topics next time. Maybe.
there's
Yeah.
always episode 81, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's-
Maybe.
It's supposed to be
Or
the end.
episode 80 and a half or something.
Yeah, 80.5.
80.5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we should just start tying like 80.1.
80.1. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Episode and like just stop numbering them, give them just different names. It's
Yeah.
like that way people are confused.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Do we have any comments or anything to read, or are we good to just kind of do the thing?
I don't know if we
I'm
have
not sure if we-
comments picked out.
We don't? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if we do or not. Either way, we will try to do more Patreon episodes as well and get into that. And so we do apologize. It's been probably, I think, 1 week longer than we had originally planned.
Yeah.
on taking a
long-ass break.
And
Yeah.
the real reason is because I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I am a lazy piece of shit. And I don't do any of the work to get guests on the podcast. I make Emmy do everything. And she didn't have somebody. And it's totally her fault because I didn't do anything. Isn't that right?
Come on, Emmy.
Well, I also forgot about it till like the day before that. I was like, ah, fuck.
Okay, so it's both of our fault.
Yeah.
Look at me. See?
I was playing WoW, man. I was busy.
I was going to make a pirate
You're
software.
free.
What? Just say it.
I was going to make a pirate software joke.
Say it.
Oh.
I'm
It's-
taking
it's-
accountability.
No one watches the
No.
end of the podcast.
Yeah, at the end of the podcast. Yeah, probably true.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
There's no one here right now.
Mhm.
Yep.
We can say whatever we
Yeah, we
want.
can.
Yeah.
Say something crazy, Lacari.
Okay.
Something crazy. I feel like 2D. I would know something I already say.
Yeah.
I can't.
You think about that a lot.
It's kind of always
Yeah.
on my mind. 2D
It's
2D is
who
better
he
than
is.
3D. I always say that.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything crazier I could say.
No, that's fine.
I'm trying to think, but I can't.
We'll save it for the end of next episode.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up with something crazy instead.
Yeah, we should say something crazy at the end of every episode.
Yeah. I actually, you know what? If
Ooh, I know. Manage him. There we go.
good one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Then you turn and you look at me. There's a little glimmer that I can see. A sparkle in your eyes. It makes me realize all we need is you and me. A light shines from your eyes. It brightens any cloudy day. And I find your light shine brighter when you turn and shine your light my way.
What's your favorite type of soup? It's at the
Okay.
bottom. Well, we
Okay.
just did a heavy question, so.
Well, why don't you start?
I like pho and loaded baked potato soup.
Okay.
Actually, miso soup.
Oh,
It's my favorite.
yeah.
I love miso soup. It's always good. It's always refreshing. Just goes great with everything. It never disappoints me. It's very warm, especially when it's cold.
I've had chicken noodle soup before. It was okay.
That's
about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about
Never
all
had,
there is to it.
Tomato soup,
Well,
potato soup.
Oh, what are tomatoes in there? No, absolutely not.
No, you need to get a grilled cheese and dip it in the tomato soup.
Oh,
That shit's so
God.
good.
Oh,
I gotta try that.
I would.
Dude,
Okay,
it's
look.
literally the same ingredients as pizza. You know that, right?
Okay.
That's just like
Yeah,
contemplating
you got
reality
the
right
bread, cheese, and then tomatoes. Like it's literally the pizza ingredients, but it's like different, like slightly different.
Well, isn't poop the same ingredients of the food that you eat?
No,
now.
that's like
It's
I think it's
pretty
like all
close.
the bad parts of the
Yeah.
food. Like
I don't know
stuff
about that.
is not nutritious. That's what you're about.
Okay, look, I would be willing to try it. Okay, like I will
grilled
usually.
cheese.
What? I would try it. I think that's the most reasonable thing I can possibly say. Because I don't think you're trying to convince me that this pizza shit. It's probably nothing like pizza. I'll tell you that.
Mm.